It's time for your daily dose of all things Chicago sports. This is the Daily Score. Now, here's your host, Mark Grote.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is game week, Bears and Packers on Sunday at 3:25 at Soldier Field, so I am pumped up, and I'm also ready to right this very instant, declare this as an absolute must-win for the Bears. And I think you know what I'm talking about here. The Bears cannot lose to Jordan Love after decades, literally, of Hall of Fame torture coming at the Bears via the Packers, whether Brett Favre or Aaron Rodgers. It is time to symbolically demolish all of that success. And literally on the field, they have a chance to do that. Yeah, it's one game, and look, don't come at me about defining must win. You know it's a must win. I know it's a must win. They lost 10 in a row to end the season last year. That's another reason that it's a must-win. It's a do-or-die season for Justin Fields, so that makes it a must-win. You don't want him getting off on a bad foot, that's for sure. You won't see Green Bay again until the end of the season, so that's another reason that it makes it a must-win. And we know from last year that the Bears can get their wins early because nobody is particularly organized early in an NFL season just because of the nature of preseason nowadays, where not only do you have one fewer game, but you also have so many teams that are resting their starters, and then all of a sudden they're all pressed out there. So teams are not organized yet. So now is the time for the Bears to grab an early win against a division team in the Packers, and then just all of the other reasons symbolically that they need to win this game. So yes, this is not a game that I will look at and say, it's just the first one of 17. Bears must win against the Packers on Sunday at Soldier Field. Sorry to hit you up with a must win in week one, but it is what it is. I also want to get to the depth chart. The depth chart was released. I guess we can continue to call it unofficial, but another depth chart has come out. And the number one topic to me, the first thing that I looked at was the quarterback depth chart. We know Justin Fields is number one with a bullet, followed by your number two quarterback on this list is Nathan Peterman. Nate Peterman is number two. Tyson Bagent is number three. Again, it's subject to change, and I do believe this is the right thing to start with. Again, I am comfortable with Bagent getting into real games, but maybe it's better off that if it is in the middle of a game, that it's Nathan Peterman to come in. You give Tyson Bagent a clean game, I think, is a better idea. Like if you get a week to prepare, you bring in a rookie who played at a Division II school, who squeaked onto the roster. That's fine because, Nathan Peterman, is not going to blow anybody's socks off. Occasionally he will make a nice play, but he is a smart, competent NFL backup quarterback. So we'll see how it goes down if the Bears get to that point where they are forced to use a backup, which is pretty common in the NFL. But Justin Fields can just now be the number one focus, and let's just hope that he's great and that he's healthy and we don't have to worry about either Nathan Peterman or Tyson Bagent for a long time. And we'll get a chance today to ask Matt Eberflus about that depth chart and hey, look, nobody thought that PJ Walker was going to get cut from this team. I mean, that was not part of anybody's plans. It was sort of assumed that he would be the backup. Obviously, did not happen, has not happened. So in other words, anything can happen. Tyson Bagent could still be the first quarterback that gets in if Justin Fields is to go down. Next order of business is the offensive line. Here's what they have down. We'll go left to right. Braxton Jones down as the left tackle. He is the left tackle. We've known that all preseason. That's the one position we kind of knew because he hasn't been hurt or anything like that. Cody Whitehair is down as the left guard. And I'll give you some depth on the offensive line too, but first let me give you the quote-unquote starters for week one. So Cody Whitehair, left guard. The center is Lucas Patrick. Right guard, Nate Davis. Right tackle, Darnell Wright. And yes, I think that is real. I think, look, I saw Lucas Patrick practicing snapping. I also saw Dan Feeney practicing snapping. Guess what? Dan Feeney is the backup. He is down as the backup center to Lucas Patrick. The backup right guard and the backup left guard is Jatari Carter. So he's your quote-unquote swing guard, if that's even a term, but I just used it, so now it is. Larry Borum is the backup right tackle at this point for the Chicago Bears. And as far as the backup left tackle is concerned, that probably is Borum as well, but I got to look at the text, the actual text from the Bears here. Yeah, Larry Borum is the backup. I hold that build up and that pause was worth the drama. Larry Borum is the backup left tackle. All right, moving on to other interesting spots that we've talked about so much this year. Yes, the punt returner is going to be Trent Taylor, whom they recently brought in. The backup punt returner, they do have Velus Jones Jr. down. They just won't quite give up on him. The kick returner is Velus Jones Jr., and that's fine. He was pretty good at that last year. The backup kick returner is Tyler Scott. We saw him doing everything, punts and kicks in that final preseason game. As far as the running back depth chart is concerned, as expected, Khalil Herbert, RB1, running back 1, followed by Deontay Foreman as the running back 2. Roshan Johnson is 3rd on that depth chart right now. Travis Homer is 4th. Wide receiver starters are DJ Moore, Darnell Mooney, Chase Claypool. Velus Jones Jr. and Tyler Scott are the two, depth pieces that stand out. Equinemius St. Brown as well. Obviously, we'll get his time in there, but we know that he is really particularly good at the blocking game. So that's wide receiver. Linebackers, I guess the only thing interesting there is that, there was a little bit of thought that maybe Noah Sewell would crack the starting lineup, but it is Jack Sanborn. So it's TJ Edwards, Tremaine Edmonds, Jack Sanborn with Noah Sewell coming off the bench. And we'll see if they'll give him some time. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised at all. Defensive line, your starting defensive ends are DeMarcus Walker and Yannick Ngakoue. And the big guys up front, Justin Jones, Andrew Billings, the rookies that we've talked so much about, Jervon Dexter and Zach Pickens, are down as backups, second string at this point. But I would imagine that those guys will be part of a rotation. Will definitely see time in the game. Just going through the text here right now to see if there's anything else. Dominique Robinson, backup defensive end. Rasheem Green is the primary backup to Yannick Ngakoue. So I guess I should make that clear. Dominique Robinson backing up DeMarcus Walker and Rasheem Green backing up Yannick Ngakoue. Dylan Cole, another linebacker. He is the backup to the middle linebacker. Tremaine Edmonds. We told you about Noah Sewell being a backup linebacker. The setup in the secondary. No surprises there. Jalen Johnson down as a starter, as well as Jaquan Brisker. You do have Tyreek Stevenson and Terrell Smith. All of these guys are going to get work in there as well. So yeah, that's where. And actually, what they have down, I guess this is more interesting than I thought from the cornerback spot. I mean, they just have Kyler Gordon and Jalen Johnson as starters, but we know that Tyreek Stevenson will be starting on the outside and Kyler Gordon will be on the inside. But I guess they just distinguish that or give him the respect as down as the starter. Khalid Kareem, one of the defensive ends they just got as well. He is down as the third stringer at this point at defensive end behind Yannick Ngakoue and Rasheem Green. So there's a snapshot for you of the unofficial depth chart. I mean, none of it sounds off the wall to me. It all sounds about right, about what we expected. And we'll get into the locker room on Wednesday. We'll talk to Fields and Eberflus. So it's about to get really real here in just a second. So last thing, on tomorrow's episode, I should be having an update for you on Pearl Jam as well, because I'm going to the Pearl Jam show tonight, which is Tuesday. So I'm pumped up about that. So I won't go into it too much. Hopefully I'll see some of you guys there. But Ray Diaz I did want to bring you in because Pearl Jam has been since college for me. I guess it's really been the only band ever that has been must see for me in my life. Typically, I'll go to. I'm not. This is going to be different because I'm not going to go to both shows this week. I just don't have the time to do so. But I've been to probably 20 plus Pearl Jam shows through the years, and it's the one band that I got to see. Mr. Diaz, our executive producer, do you have a band like that? A must see band?
I do. It's a rap group called Atmosphere.
Okay.
They're from Minnesota. They got together in like 1996. They really started to get some national buzz in the early 2000s, and that's when a friend of mine in high school put me onto their music. And so that's my must-see group. Anytime they come, I try. I'm really disappointed. They were here last month, and nothing aligned for me. I couldn't go. I so unfortunately missed them. Their last stop in Chicago, but I love to go. I've been to multiple Atmosphere shows in Chicago. Just love the music, love the evolution of the rapper's named Slug, and I just growing up with him, as he's rapped about like kind of issues with women and things like that when he was in his younger days, to now he is a rapper talking about being a dad and stuff like that. It's just
wow
to kind of grow with an artist.
Yeah, no, same, man. When Pearl Jam first came out, Eddie Vedder was climbing up on scaffoldings and jumping into crowds and angry as hell. And now they're 50. You know what I mean? So more than 50, as a matter of fact. So, but you're right. It's cool. It changes like through the years, like the way you take it in, the meanings of the songs, all of that. So that's pretty cool, man. All right. Well, I'll look forward to giving the review on Pearl Jam. I'd stay longer, but our boss, Mitch Rosen, has now called me twice while we're recording this episode. So that means I gotta go, bro.
Oh man. I got to answer those calls from the boss.
Twice he called. So I let go. Two, I'm a little panicked now. So hopefully we'll be doing another podcast tomorrow. We'll see.
Yeah. Should be. It's big week.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Big week. That's Ray Diaz. I'm Mark Grote. I'll talk to you later here on the Daily Score if I'm not fired. Bye.